This is DJ Wolf Live. And I'm going to tell you the truth, guys. I want to write a book. I seriously am thinking about writing a book. Um, I went to see Ricky Smiley about three and a half weeks ago. And one of the things that he actually did do uh, was write a book. He wrote a book about the loss of his son, Brandon. And it really touched me about the grief that he was going through with that. And he's been through a lot of grief over the years. Um, the last 5 years, I've been through a lot of it too. Two of my closest family members have also passed away as well. And grief, especially somebody that close to you, man, um, for lack of a better word, hits you like a ton of bricks, man. I ain't even front. It hits hard. You know, you know. I relative outside the immediate family may be one thing, but usually was immediate family, um, and directly, it's another whole story. It's another whole level, folks. It hits you completely different to a point where it just some things you just don't want to even be bothered with anymore. Things, people, or places, and that happened to me. So I don't want to actually take any shine off his book. His book is called Sideshow. Is in stores. Well, I don't know if it's a store. I know it's on Amazon. I don't know if it's a store, but I know it's on Amazon right now. Uh, it's a top bestseller. Now, myself, I've been wanting to write a book for a long time. I came very close one time. I never sought out a publisher yet, but I'm actually in the process of thinking about doing just that. Um, my book, the book that I would write, is more along the story about overcoming living with a dysfunctional family. I have no problem saying that. You know, a lot of us, let's say, by gut majority of black folks, especially home or dysfunctional family. You know, my wife comes from a very broken home. I come from a very dysfunctional family. You know, matter of fact, over half the people I've worked with, especially on my last job, we either come from a broken home or dysfunctional family. And that's a lot of black folks I know. Not just some black folks I know. A lot of black folks I know. Excuse me for one. But yeah, like I was saying before, um, things just when you live in a dysfunctional family, it's like a roller coaster. So a broken home is something for the most part. Once it's broken, man, it's kind of like hard to fix. But dysfunctional family is like a roller coaster. It's like you're patching things up and you're going back to the same thing is good, then it goes back to bad, and it goes like a roller coaster. You know, and I really seriously do want to consider writing the book. Man, this rain is getting on my nerves, man. I ain't gonna lie, folks. I'm gonna talk about that later, but yeah, this dysfunctional families, man, it's just wow. It's just next level, you know, in terms of this is why a lot of people have a hard time trying to cope with things. I could briefly talk about things I've done. I've talked about it on several podcasts here, you know, but I'm gonna try to say a lot of it for the book per se, and mainly I want to save it for the book is because I don't want to give away too much because I would have actually told you the book by the time I got finished, and I don't want to do that. You know, I could, but I don't. But it's just a lot of nasty stuff I went through over the years, man. I mean, stuff that's like made me wonder how I was able to get over the hump, and that's my uh, telling of my book. I can tell you exactly what I went through, how I went through.